from Moore County. My name is Jaleigh Jensen, and I'm a senior at Pinecrest High School. Today, we're reporting from the central office with Dr. Spence. So Dr. Spence, in the 2.5 years you've been here, you've maximized technology into our curriculum. You've implemented aspects of our facilities never touched before, and you've made the most of the budget allotted here. Your achievements have been impressive and have surely not gone unnoticed. The change here you've made is certainly positive and appreciated. But what has been your favorite aspect of having this job?
Well, thank you. And first of all, let me say thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. I think the most positive aspect of this job is the opportunity to meet the people that I've worked with here, the teachers, the staff, the students, the principals, just getting to know people and being able to come here and try to do good things for other people every day.
So technology through digital learning has become a main focus nationwide, but you have especially done a fantastic job of putting these goals of a more advanced system into practice. For example, throughout the district, you have fast internet connection with over 10,000 computing devices, and for a 12,000 student district, these numbers are quite impressive. But how exactly have you done this?
Well, I think it's important to note it's a total team effort. We have an incredible technology team here, and this is work that's been going on since before I got here. A lot of the infrastructure that's in place that allows us to be wireless in all of our schools, for example, that work has been going on for years and years, and led by our technology team. We have a really committed group of leaders, both at the school level and at the district level, and we have a lot of support from our Board of Education to bring digital learning into our classrooms. I think that one of the things that I have done is work very hard to bring a vision of what that might look like for our students and our teachers. And that vision has caught on, and there are some really strong people who are making the most of that and ensuring that our students have daily access to technology for learning.
But not only have our students had this daily access, but teachers as well. Throughout the past year, you've replaced the desktops with laptops, and that has by far made an impressive achievement in all of the classrooms. It's made accessibility with teachers multitudes better. So we thank you for this.
Well, I was a little surprised when I got here, to be honest with you. I went and met with every faculty, and I started asking how many of our teachers had daily access to computers themselves, and I found out pretty quickly that not all of our teachers had laptops. You know, mobile devices of one kind or another are a part of the work that we all do today. I don't know anybody who goes to work and doesn't use a mobile device to learn or to produce or to solve problems, and so a little surprised that our teachers didn't have that. One of the things that we've really been working on is an online curriculum so that our teachers can access all of the materials and resources they need online. And I didn't see how we could ask our teachers to do that without giving them something that they could take and access that in a mobile way.
Yes. So your inspiration has definitely come from mobilization. With the groundbreaking of the new auxiliary gym on Pinecrest campus and the long wait of improvements in facilities here have been reached, with Union Pine's new cafeteria, changes have occurred countywide. Why have you deemed new facilities of such importance?
Well, I think the facilities that we have say a lot about what we value. And I think if we have facilities that are great for student learning and that are appropriate for education in the 21st century, then I think that sends a message that our community values our students and values public education. I think a lot of work has been done to address facilities needs in Moore County before I got here, but I also think we have some incredible needs that still exist. We have been doing a lot of work here recently with a group that we call the 21st Century the 21st Century Facilities Task Force. And they're working on a master facilities plan for us. That's a group of community leaders from all across Moore County, and they have come together to study an architectural review study that was done of every campus, and they have been looking at demographic projections, so population growth in our schools, and they've been looking at the age of our facilities, and they've come up with some recommendations for how we move forward, not only with the new gyms, which are important, but the new cafeterias that are coming onto some of our high schools. And also just looking at overall how old some of our schools are and the renovations that are needed in those schools and where we might need new schools to handle new student population growth, but also to replace facilities that really have aged out of a useful life. And so it's exciting time, but facilities work is also very challenging and requires a lot of support from our community. So we're looking forward to finishing the master facilities plan and moving on into getting community support for funding those projects.
Yes, thank you. So along with these facilities, you've managed to make the most of the short budget allotted here in Moore County. And what have you viewed the most important expenditure you've overseen?
Well, I think the largest expenditure in any district is its people. And so making sure that we're investing in people, we're making sure that we have teachers for our classrooms and that we have enough teachers for our classrooms. I mean, that's been our number one priority. So since I've been here, we have invested more money in classroom teachers. We've brought back positions that were lost during some of the more severe cuts of the late 2000s. And we've been able to restore, as I said, some of those positions. But, we've also had to make some other decisions about where we put money. And one of the key things that I've talked about since we got here was the need to make sure that all of our students are reading. And we looked particularly at the elementary schools and some of the data. And we have a lot of students who struggle to be reading on what we call grade level. So if you're a third grade student, you should read at a third grade level. And there's a lot of research that says if you're not reading at a third grade level by the time you get to the end of third grade, you're going to have a much more difficult time graduating from high school. So to me, that was a critical piece of information. And so one of the big investments that we've done since I've gotten here is to invest in literacy instruction and to invest in literacy interventions. So things that we can use to support students who struggle to read and do that earlier rather than later, because I think long-term that'll keep students in school and keep them on track for graduation.
So starting at the third level with ensuring quality education, you've implemented the budget with these challenging factors, but you've managed to ensure that Moore County Schools does keep this good quality education in mind as the first priority.
We do, and I'll be honest with you, the budget challenges are going to continue. We have seen a significant decrease in what we call per pupil funding over the last 5 years. So that means for every student we get less money than we had 5 years ago. And we've grown substantially in terms of overall student population during that same time. So we're really operating at a deficit right now. And so certainly there's more we would like to do. We would like to invest in smaller class sizes. We would like to invest in a richer technology arena. We'd like to do that faster. So there's a lot we could do with a broader budget. But I think we are making the most of what we have. And I think the most important thing to remember when we're talking about our resources is, again, that our people, what some folks might refer to as our human resources, are our best resources. And that it's the people that we have, it's our teachers and our great principals and our students that make the difference in learning every day. And, even without the best budget, when you have committed people who care about each other, you can make great things happen.
I completely agree. So on to less formal things. We'd all love to know you a little bit better. So I understand you're a huge UVA fan, as you went there, correct?
Indeed.
And so if the UVA football team came to Southern Pines and played our team, Pinecrest High School, how much do you think Pinecrest would win by?
How much do I think Pinecrest would win by? Well, let's just say it was not a great football season for UVA last year, and I'm incredibly proud of the Patriots and the season that they had.
Yes, we did have a very impressive season. But other than football, are you interested in any movies, TV shows? What's your favorite?
So my favorite movie, I'll go old school on you a little bit. There's a movie that came out, I guess in the early 90s. It was called Dead Poets Society. And if you haven't seen it, you should go see Dead Poets Society. You should rent it. It's got Robin Williams in it. He's a teacher, and he inspires a group of young men in a private school in New England to really become more than they ever thought they could be, to really reach their potential. And it's a great motivational movie, especially if you're interested in education.
As we can all see that you are, so it makes sense that would be your favorite.
Absolutely.
So we also hear that you have quite the sense of humor. Do you have any jokes for us today?
I probably do have a good sense of humor. I don't know if I'm much of a joke teller. Let's see. Let me think of an education joke for you. So how about this one? A teacher says to her student, "Timmy, you can't sleep in my class." And Timmy turns to his teacher and says, "Well, perhaps if you were a little quieter." Okay, it's pretty bad, I admit. So.
It's an educational joke. But thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to learn a little bit more about you and for all the improvements you've made here in our school system. You can leave knowing that you've left better things ahead, better things than how you found them. And our next superintendent will have big shoes to fill for sure. And we thank you for setting that standard. And the Virginia Beach school system is lucky to have you, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.